Hi everyone and welcome. We're currently in May, and with Mother's Day approaching, our collective energy often turns towards being grateful and nurturing. Watching this in May or months later, please do know that this is a timeless reading. So this video will come to you when you need it. As children, we're born with a natural way of feeling excited about first times, like blazing through challenges as if they were exciting adventures. But as we grow, we start creating definitions based on our experiences. We attach labels, judgments, and we learn fears through our experiences. And these memories eventually become blocks that stifle our growth and creativity. So today, sorry about moving the camera. Today we're going to be our own inner child's parent. We're asking, what is your inner child trying to tell you, and how can you parent yourself back to your natural state? We're going to let you pick a card from these three. And the first one, we have Inanna, who is the ancient Samaritan goddess of love, fertility, and war. She's also the queen of heaven. And then we have Oya, one of the Orishas. She's the goddess of the storm and wind. And then we have Psyche, the goddess of the soul. And in Greek mythology, she's known for overcoming impossible quests to reunite with her husband, the god of love, Eros. Okay, so we have Inanna, the keyword is desire. Oya, the keyword is expression, and Psyche, the keyword is persistence. So take your time and pick your card, and we're going to dive right into each card. So hi, pile number one, or card one, you picked Inanna, the goddess of love, fertility, and war. Also the queen of heaven, and the keyword is desire. So if you chose Inanna, your inner child probably has a desire that they've been trying to tell you recently, but you are hesitating. And as the queen of love and war, Inanna knows what she wants, but your inner ego might be standing in the way. So let's see what the Fortune Oracle deck says about what your inner child is trying to tell you. Okay, so we have the finicky wisdom. I'm gonna place it here. And this card suggests that perhaps you're being too picky with your happiness, your joy. Maybe as a child you used to love something, but you were told that it's not it's not enough, it's not productive, it's not going to make you successful. And now your ego rejects your desires because your desires, they're not perfect. It could also be that you've been thinking about a project that you want to work on, but they are still at the stage of just being ideas because you've been fighting with yourself to reject it, or because maybe you've talked about your ideas with other people and they've all turned you down, or make you feel disappointed at yourself, at your own ideas. Let's see what the tarot says. So I'm going to pick three cards. I'm going to ask the tarot to show you what your inner child is trying to tell you. Please give me three cards. Okay, pick the three cards. So first we have the Page of Wands, Page of Pentacles, sorry, and we have the Ace of Swords, and then we have the Chariot reversed. So I feel like uh, I, I I have this intuition that tells me that I should read the card from right to left, because I feel like this is your inner child. This is a change that's being asked, that you're being asked to do, and this is your current situation. So for your current situation, you have the reverse chariot, and this is you giving up on something because you stop trusting your own abilities, because maybe, like we said, there's been rejections by others. So this is probably your innermost desire, and you're at the brink of giving up, or you have given up already because you don't trust yourself. But your inner child is seeing through the confusion or the fog, or the all the confusion surrounding this idea, or the messiness that led you to give up on your dream with the Ace of Swords. So your inner child is saying that this ambition, this dream, belongs to you, which is the Page of Pentacles. Looking at all the cards here, because you picked Inanna, I feel that she's telling you to embrace the wisdom of your inner child and see through the clouds that cover your innermost desire or your most precious dream. Accept what is truly yours and release what is not with the Ace of Swords. So stop being self-critical. You don't need other people's opinions to justify a simple desire, and treasure your inner child's most precious dream. And know that it does not have to be perfect to be valid. If it is yours and it is your truth, then it is perfect. So accept that is your dream. Do not give up so easily just because of what other people says, and just because of what you label your dream as. Okay, so that's your reading, pile number 1, and thank you for joining me for this reading. Please take whatever that resonates with you, and until next time, bye bye. Card number 2, you chose Oya. The key word is expression. I feel like you've been blocking, or maybe there's been a block around your authentic expression, because Oya brings the wind of transformation, but currently that energy seems to be stuck or stashed away. Let's look at what the Virtual Oracle deck says. Inner child, please let us know what you are trying to tell card 2. People who chose card 2, please give me one card. That's your answer. Okay. You have the Hordes of Joy. The Hordes of Joy shows someone who has been storing up achievements, who has been building all sorts of achievements, but because they're not really what this person actually needs, so they're never really satisfied. So perhaps you've been trying to chase after a lot of things, but they are not really your passion. They're not really your truth. Let's check the tarot deck and see what the tarot says. Maybe you could give us more details about um, what's been going on, and are there any advice from your inner child for this? I'm going to get 3 cards. So inner child, please give me 3 cards for more details, for more information and guidance, please. The Sun. I also have the Six of Pentacles reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed. It's interesting because card number 1, I also feel like reading it backward, and for this, I also feel like doing the same thing. So I feel like this is what's really in synchronicity with these two cards, because reverse Knight of Cups, it shows lack of fulfillment. And you gotta ask why, because it seems like you have a lot of cups, but you're not being happy with them. And that's kind of the same thing that we're seeing in the Hordes of Joy. If we look at the reverse Six of Pentacles, it reveals to me that because when it's upright, it's someone giving to people who are in need. So maybe someone higher in power giving. When it's reverse, it feels like you've been giving your power away. You've been giving your energy, not to yourself, but to someone else's dream. You're living a version of success that was attached to someone else's expectations and not your own. If we're reading this backward, it shows that your inner child has all this beauty, and you're hiding that beauty away. You're hiding your sun. Perhaps you've been told your ideas weren't bright enough, so now you're living someone else's truth and not your own truth. But your inner child is asking you to look at your authenticity, look at your authentic expression, pick back up your self authority, your inner authority, your sovereignty. And Oya here is also urging you to use your own powerful wind to lift up your voice, to lift up your dream. Speak and speak up. Do not let other people's expectations blur your dream and blur your talents, blur your capacity, blur your potential. Your job as a parent of your inner child is to stop this energy leak and let the wind, like the Oya storm, let the wind blow away the things that you've been trying to achieve that don't truly belong to you. You don't need a hoard of fake gold. Your inner child just needs permission to be their own bright, unfiltered sun. So card number 2, that's your reading. Thank you for joining me for this reading. Please take whatever resonates, and until next time, bye-bye. So card number 3, you picked Psyche, the goddess of the soul. She's giving you the keywords persistence, because she's known for her persistence and her resilience in overcoming the impossible quests to reunite with her husband, the god of love, the Eros, in Greek mythology. So if you chose Psyche, I feel like you are on your true path, but perhaps you are hitting blocks that make you want to give up. Just as Psyche, who overcame impossible quests for love, you're being asked to be resilient. However, perhaps you've been trying to force the pace, maybe? So you're being asked to be persistent and to be patient, to persevere through challenges. Let's see what the Fortune Oracle deck says. This card number 3 experiencing right now. Please give a card to show us what is the underlying cause. One card, please. Okay, so I got the chasing the flow. So you have 2 dogs chasing the car. I do feel like you are on the right path again, but perhaps you're forcing it. I'm going to ask the tarot to give me more details, and also your inner child for more guidance, maybe? Can I get 3 cards, inner child, for card 3? For people who chose card 3, please. Okay. This pile is not that clear, so I'm going to ask for 3 cards first, and if it's still not clear, I'm going to ask for additional cards. So I'm getting 3 cards for you. I have the Ace of Cups, the first one. The second one. The second one is Four of Pentacles. Third one is Magician, but it's in reverse position. Yeah, I'm going to read this from right to left because that's what I've been doing for all the other piles. Magician reversed tells me that if we tie it together with these two cards, it feels like you are getting impatient and you're looking for shortcuts. You're looking for an easy way out, and that makes you prone to errors. So maybe you're trying to force a timeline that is not ready yet. The Four of Pentacles shows that perhaps there's fear of failure or a scarcity factor within your ego. You're using your resources very impatiently, or you are overextending yourself, perhaps, because you're afraid of failure. And the Ace of Cups tells me that your inner child is saying that you've been holding it too tightly, or you've been trying to really forcing it and trying to be in control, but you've always had the cup. You have the Ace of Cup, and you are reminded to remember the beginning of this dream when the passion for it was so full. It just the idea of it was already enough. So persistence, I don't think it's about running faster. It's about persistently returning to your dream so that you can stay the course. And when you hold your dream too tightly, you would crush it, just like the reversed magician. So you're being asked to trust the flow of time, trust the timing, trust the life's rhythm, and know that your inner child is happy already with you pursuing this dream. Don't mess it up, because everything that comes next is just a bonus. It is happy regardless of how long it takes, because it knows that your heart is on it. Your heart is working on this dream. So I know it's difficult because sometimes when we look at something that we want so passionately that we almost want it to happen the next second. So even though it's difficult to do, persistence is asking you to stay neutral to the outcome. So try to maintain your clarity and try to be patient to let life bring the result to you. So that's your reading for today, card number 3, and thank you for joining me for your reading. Please take whatever resonates, and until next time, bye-bye.